Starmer getting called, I mean, I'm going to have to use the word here, forgive me, Father, for the profanity. This is 7,000 England fans calling Keir Starmer a bearing in mind in my country that's not considered that rude.
Last night, an anatomical word, which I can't use on Sunday morning.
I can't use it. I can't say it. I can't look at it. I can't smell it. I can't touch it. I can't do it.
In a political landscape dominated by rehearsed speeches and carefully managed media narratives, there remains one arena where public sentiment can't be polished or contained: the football stadium. When thousands of fans chant the C word at Keir Starmer, it's more than crude anger. It's a visceral expression of frustration. It's the voice of the working class breaking through the political noise. These aren't pundits or politicians, they're the very people Labour was created to represent, and their message is unmistakable: they've had enough. This wasn't a protest march or a social media trend. It was raw, unfiltered emotion broadcast before millions ordinary Britons, saying out loud what many quietly believe. Just 5 years ago, Labour felt like a movement. Whether you admired or opposed Jeremy Corbyn, the energy was undeniable. Young people mobilised, unions re-energised, and grassroots campaigns filled with conviction. There was belief, there was purpose. And now, the question hangs heavy: where did it all go?
The fact that so many Labour MPs say they can't work with Jeremy Corbyn, does that worry you?
Let's hope he gets rid of him. Let's hope he gets rid of him when he gets voted in as leader and they get deselected and some people who support him get put in.
All these people in the Parliamentary Labour Party are worried about are their tickets being thrown off the gravy train. They're going to get kicked off the gravy train.
He's got the backing of all of his members, and somehow that should be enough.
Okay, but I mean, they presumably don't think he can win an election. That's what they're worried about.
He can win an election, definitely. He's got all of us behind.
Starmer entered the stage, promising unity and renewal, a clean break from division and political fatigue. But to many, what followed didn't look like reform. It looked like a corporate takeover. A party once rooted in working-class struggle now feels more like a carefully managed PR operation. So when supporters chant harsh words at him, it isn't merely ridicule, it's disillusionment. It's the sound of people mourning the loss of something they once believed in. Before we continue, if you're finding this analysis valuable, make sure to like the video, share it with others, and subscribe so you never miss a story that cuts through the noise. Now, let's get back to it.
I beg you, Keir Starmer, if you think that an £18 million penthouse is necessary for your child to complete his GCSEs while you're campaigning, why do you not think it's necessary for disabled people to have up to £761 or so to focus on surviving, paying their access needs, paying for mobility aid? Do you think that disabled people don't deserve the bare fucking minimum to be able to pay their living costs in a country that is despicably ableist?
Starmer didn't just break promises, he broke trust, and for many that betrayal runs deep. What we're seeing isn't merely protest, it's a political reckoning, a quiet funeral for the connection Labour once had with its base. Starmer may crave power, but he doesn't seem to understand the culture of the people he hopes to lead. There's no warmth, no banter, no instinctive rapport. Watching him engage with ordinary Britons often feels like watching a banker try to dance at a carnival, stiff, uneasy, and utterly out of rhythm. He speaks the language of boardrooms, not pubs, and in modern British politics, that single fact speaks volumes.
I'd like to take you down to the pub, but of course you're going to close them early.
This is
nonsense. You told us on
is...
July the 4th you would tread lightly. We're going to have junk advert bans. I won't be able to smoke outside Twickenham. I know you don't, but you won't be able to smoke outside the Arsenal. And I can't even take you down the pub, or we have to leave early. So Keir.
This is not government policy. I'm glad that you are the first to get this from me. This is not government policy. Right. We are not going...
He still tries to project the image of an ordinary man, someone who understands the people. But when football crowds hurl that infamous C word his way, it isn't just vulgarity, it's a verdict. They're saying asterisk, you don't belong here, stop pretending you do, asterisk. Authenticity can't be faked, and in the stands, people spot an imposter instantly. Starmer's leadership feels cold, methodical, and emotionally barren. There's no fire, no conviction, just cautious slogans about stability and serious government. But politics isn't a balance sheet. Voters aren't algorithms. They want to times field times something, belief, hope, purpose. Right now, Starmer's Labour doesn't inspire, it anaesthetises. The chants echo a deeper truth. People are starved for genuine emotion in politics. Starmer may offer reliability, but reliability without connection is forgettable. History doesn't remember the safest leaders, it remembers the ones who made people times care. Asterisk. And today, Starmer's presence seems to evoke only one emotion: contempt.
Then what we end up in is a kind of bizarre and berserk dance.
Was chanted about the Prime Minister. It had 4 letters in it. Isn't it really early in your term of office for that level of unpopularity?
That there's an acceptance that at some point everyone's going to realise Keir Starmer is indeed a C word, but it's a bit early in your term of office for whole stadiums full of people to start singing Keir Starmer is a C word.
I'm not a football follower. I only watch when the Brighton and Hove Albion are playing, and I don't think the fans of Brighton would use such words against about Keir. It's football. It's football chanting. It's part of the. Is it not part of the spirit of the game?
Spirit of the game. It's really interesting and fascinating. I spent some time in the UK, and it's a divided country, like yours is too, I suppose, as evidenced by these riots. The UK is in serious and significant decline and disorientation. I don't think people even know where to direct their attention, let alone their optimism.
The mainstream media may have tried to downplay it, but the chant refused to die. It spread across TikTok, Instagram, and X faster than any Labour policy speech in recent memory. You can't suppress something that raw, that visceral, that real. Starmer's team is betting on silence, hoping that if they ignore it long enough, it'll simply fade away. But that's a grave miscalculation. Every attempt to bury the story only fans the flames. When people feel the press won't reflect their anger, they turn elsewhere to independent voices, to social media, to each other. And now, those chants echo far beyond the terraces, louder, more defiant, and impossible to ignore. This wasn't just a crude outburst. It was a symptom of something much deeper, a collapse of trust, not just in Keir Starmer, but in Britain's entire political class.
People are crying out for change across the country. They think that the Tories have failed. They can see that most things are broken. They look at the Labour Party and see a changed party. And last night, people who hadn't voted Labour before went out and voted Labour. So I'm very pleased with both of those results. But there is more work to do. There's a long way.
Yes, it's crude, but it's also honest. That chant, for all its vulgarity, may be more than just an insult. It's fast becoming a symbol of something far deeper, a rebellious shorthand for public frustration with a political class that feels artificial and detached. Much like Let's Go Brandon captured a wave of disillusionment in the United States, Starmer is the C word, could be Britain's own raw expression of discontent, not about policy details, but about the growing sense that no one in power is truly listening. You won't see it on campaign posters or party broadcasts, but you'll hear it carved into pub walls, muttered at rallies, shouted from the stands. Because once respect for a leader disappears, what fills the void isn't dialogue, it's mockery. And right now, that mockery is spreading fast.
True democracy is citizen-led. Politics needs an update. We demand a people's house! We demand a people's house! We are in crisis! We are in crisis! Our whole future is definite! Thank you, conference.
Thank you. Thank you, conference. If he thinks that bothers me, he doesn't.
It's not just anger directed at Keir Starmer, it's exhaustion. The public is weary of the same political cycle, bold promises made with conviction, only to be quietly abandoned once power is secured. They've watched a man rise through the ranks by projecting empathy, only to manage the country's decline with detached efficiency. Those chants in the football stands weren't organised protests. They were instinctive, a spontaneous outburst of frustration that felt raw, real, and unmistakably British. The C word wasn't about shock value. It was the final expression of disappointment from people who've given too many chances and received too few results. This isn't a social media scandal. It's political burnout, the collective fatigue of a nation that's been asked to applaud leadership it no longer believes in. The question now isn't whether Starmer can weather the criticism. It's simpler and sharper. If he can't inspire his MPs, his party, or the people he claims to represent, then who exactly is he leading? For more analysis on the shifting face of British politics, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Until next time, stay informed.
Speaker, if he wants to know what Conservatives would do, he should resign and find out. Until then...
I'll decide when there's more.
Mr. Speaker, until then, I'm the one asking the questions. There's a petition out there, 2 million people asking him to go. He's the one who doesn't know. He's the one who doesn't know how things work. It is not government that creates growth, Mr. Speaker. It is business. His employment secretary, I don't see her here, she wants more young people in work. But businesses say they are cutting jobs because of the Chancellor's budget. His Deputy Prime Minister, she is not here. Her employment rights bill will stop businesses hiring. That's what they say. The CBI said on Monday that the dots of the government's policy don't join up. They're right, aren't they?
Mr. Speaker, on Monday she said that she wouldn't reverse the increase in national insurance. Yesterday, on their legacy legislation, their predecessor, they couldn't decide what their position was. Today, they've launched a policy commission asking other people to give them some ideas for government. And she talks about a petition. We had a massive petition on the 4th of July in this country. We spent years taking our party from a party of protest to a party of government. They're hurtling in the opposite direction.
What a load of nonsense, Mr. Speaker.